Hi guys, so we're back on the scene. We at Zone 5 Clothing with my dude Shaq and some of my friends. In the streetwear game that just popped in, and we're gonna have a little chat with him.
But loyalty over royalty, we not take apology, but Babylon and them policy.
Shaq, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. Cheers, bro. Thank you for having us. My man all the way from Odd Boy, respect. Yes, I. And Nikolai out of Exodus. Thanks, man. It's good to see you guys. I mean, I know you guys for a little bit coming up, and I think it's awesome that we can get together and share some vibes on what's happening in the streetwear market, you know? So, alright, so let's get the ball rolling, B. We're starting with, like, I'll start with where I think we all started coming into the game, and that's on the t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Imprintables. Is that a start? I'm assuming, right? Because that was the start for me. Is that the start for everybody coming in on a t-shirt level, right?
Yeah, t-shirts, good way to voice your opinion, good way to keep noise in the space, you know, good way to make a statement, in terms of the price points we were talking outside, about the history of t-shirts and now streetwear now is seen as a luxury. You know?
Exactly.
You know, it has a different look, a different feeling.
Exactly, the type of fabrications that are used. So even in the t-shirt game itself, there are levels. You could go from straight mainstream to luxury, just depending on the type of blanks that you're using and the type of imprintable methods that you're using. Whether it's a heat press or embroidery, whether it's something more handwork, screen printing, you know, there's so much different ways in which you can embellish your items, you know, right? What you doing lately that's hot for you? What's cracking for you right now?
Well, for sure, if you got the especially premium flock, that's a talent shot.
Right, that's flock?
Yeah, flock.
Right, got it.
Yeah, so this is where it's at right now. Different, fresh.
I dig it. So you said like a notch up off the screen print.
I would say more like a notch up from heat transfer.
Okay,
that's right now.
Got you.
You get that texture, compared to the regular.
Oh, the feel. So in your process of coming through, testing out methods and so on, what have you tried, what has failed, what has worked?
I mean, for me, I have tried heat transfer.
Right.
But I think heat transfer don't stay up well when it comes to like
laundering. Yeah, okay, time.
Yeah,
I dig
after
it.
time. Like,
I dig it.
Or say someone that's no jumping into screen printing.
Right.
Well, t-shirt industry in the whole, I would advise them to go the route of heat transfer.
Because you could test out your ideas, and then once you nail down something that people are about or that you like, then you go into screen printing so that you could do it in numbers.
Yeah.
I dig it. Anybody doing embroidery right now? I don't know what your experience is, but my experience is completely difficult to find like quality embroidery in Barbados.
Well, I mean, in terms of
yours?
embroidery in Barbados, like, most guys, like you said, like shipping and bringing in stuff.
Yeah.
Most guys would go for the cheaper threads,
right?
And then we did not have like top quality machinery.
The very threads that are used for the embroidery.
I think that's where we don't cut the level and carry to the next level in Barbados in terms of like, even down to the threads that we use.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. What's funny about that is that used to be one of my biggest complaints from the tailoring site. I can't even find the right threads.
Yeah.
Just the threads, bro. Which brings me to this part. What's some of the major challenges you face in just bringing your brand to market and keeping the levels up all the time?
Honestly, as everyone probably gonna say, one of the biggest struggles is getting the shirts, getting your blanks.
The blank itself.
As we were discussing earlier, it's almost like you're trying to get drugs in. Cause
serious.
You mean you buy a blank
Sneak
shirt?
that thing in.
You gotta sneak
like, hide it. You know.
It's either sneak it in, or you getting hit with high duties, taxes.
Exorbitant.
You shouldn't be getting hit with high duties for a t-shirt.
Yes, we make shirts here. We still got Riverbed on your thing.
Right.
But when you compare that quality to like even a Gildan, which is a basic tee, you got your Teff, your next level.
Right.
When you compare the quality,
Canvas,
we can't get the quality we need, because for us, we gotta it's not just competing
between ourselves. Right.
Boy, it's people looking at the quality that we get from overseas.
Exactly.
You know? So we gotta get that quality in order to
100,
compete in a whole market.
I think like I told a friend the other day when we was speaking about fashion in Barbados. Like, yes, as streetwear designers, we might go against manufacturers in Barbados, but I think we need to like speak out more and let these people know there's a demand for these products for them to step up the level.
Okay.
Because everything in the industry, yes, Riverbed, it was a good start. Price point not bad.
Right.
Get a couple wears out of your shirt,
Right.
but it's like, what if you have a favorite shirt that you can wear like every week?
The one place that we gonna be top notch on is at least one, that's a dope design, and two, that's a quality garment. I mean, if we know those, I mean, the dope design is up to you and me, and it's our aesthetic, right? But the quality garment is not up to you and me. The quality garment is up to the manufacturers. And if we have challenges like accessing it, it's putting us at a deficit. It's putting us under, just starting off with under. So to overcome even the psychology of like foreign is better than local, we have to show and prove. That shirt has to be top notch. That shirt has to stay. That color has to stay fast and so on. So the kind of challenges that we are dealing with just in starting now, do you think that those challenges are big enough to just stop somebody from starting all together?
I never even thought that I had challenges, you know. Starting out in the game, you know, as a kid I always had a love to see designs on shirts, always had a love for art, you know, but I never thought of all of these challenges, you know, with any type of business, you know, you face challenges, you know what I mean, as an entrepreneur, or whatever field you're in. Yeah.
You're saying it doesn't matter what you do, there's gonna be challenges. So why feel away about anything? There's just challenges just come with just being an entrepreneur. So you just deal with it. That's the issue. Okay, we get a solution for that. That's the issue. Okay, we get a solution for that. So it sounds like you're saying to me that if a person is decided about what they want to be about, and that is the lane that they want to go in, forget about everything else, just go for it. Whatever you meet, solve it, and keep it going. Yeah? Okay, I can dig it, B. I can dig it. Listen, in here, so I love how we're going, B. It's getting a little warm. Let's step outside and take the discussion over there. Alright fam, you know what time it is. We just met with the fellas. We had a good talk with them streetwear fellas, and now it's time to meet one of the ladies in streetwear in Barbados. Gaynell Grisette, Kudos Kid. That's what time it is. Let's go and find out what that perspective is like. G, we've been hearing a lot about you, fam. I'd like to find out what is cracking, like what's new and what's hot. Yeah, and this Kudos Kid has been popping up on my radar a lot, man. And what I like about it is that you seem to have a strong hand, particularly on the streetwear game, but from the ladies' point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like you dressing up the ladies in a very cool, trendy, vibey way that I'm like, yo, B, that's some dope shit right there. So I was thinking, let me find out from you what time it is, like what you up to, what's going on. So tell me about the Kudos Kid girl.
Alright, first I just want to say this on I grew up hearing about you, and I know how your work is real precise and stuff.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I started at age 17, but I always say I didn't choose fashion chose me. I never grew up watching anybody stitch or nothing like that at Polytechnic.
Yes.
Teacher was just like, you never stitched on the machine before. It just felt natural, that this is for you. But I always used to be doing the only clothes when I was small. And when I was in school, usually we tend to go for the doctor, lawyer, that kind of thing. But when I realized I wasn't good at sciences, obviously I had to revise. But I was always good at art.
Okay.
So then when I fused the two, art and clothing, put me into fashion. And then from there, when I won Polytechnic, best song in the pageant I was in, from there that was solidify art. This is for me.
Off from there.
Yeah.
So I feel like half of the battle in this game with your quality, your precision, is patience. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're just trying to rush you to get to the end, nah fam, that's not what it takes. Like how you say like you love ironing. You know what I mean? Like the fact is that like they're taking the time and making the effort to bring that precision to the table is not stress.
Right.
It's like, nah fam, I know what I need to do to get where I want, so I'm gonna do that there, and it don't take nothing off for me to take the time to get there. Patience is a big deal, baby.
Yeah, people don't understand that when you put out your work out there, it's to you, it's to your brand. So I like to have my representation well.
I got you. So inadvertently, in a sense, just to make sure that the best representation happens, you style it too.
Exactly.
So you make the piece, but then you do the styling to make sure that the overall look conveys what you want.
Correct. That's exactly why I like when people come and give me food.
Yeah, me too.
Come and say, yeah, this is the fabric you really like. I love that. And then otherwise than that, people also ask questions and they like that. They're like, yeah, what's fabric shoes to wear? Here stuff to do with it, because of course, by the time we see fabric, we picture what is going to be.
Right. We start thinking
the end result already.
Yeah, what's turning into.
Correct, and that's what I like. Because sometimes I speak to people and they're like, no, I don't like it. Like, no, you don't like it because you see it flat.
Yeah.
When it's made up, it's gonna look completely different. So it's a trust thing.
True.
Because as we know, fashion is recycled over and over. From years ago, we were wearing things that obviously our forefathers would have worn, but what happen? People put a modern twist on it and revive it all the time. You know what I mean? So it causes you to always push your mind and think different because you gotta keep it going.
I would say probably it's a combination of sort of like recycling and evolution.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because we still pushing it forward. We're not just regurgitating what has passed. We want to move the needle forward.
Innovative.
Yeah, exactly. Let me ask you this here, so, because Kudos Kid, action, love it. What's the brand vision you got for Kudos Kid? Like, where you see that going?
I already started dealing with my studio already. I don't want to talk too much about it.
Word, that's cool.
But it's going to be different for sure. I would say regionally, internationally known. As you say, my name is ringing in Barbados. I feel good about that. But I want to reach outside, obviously, of our shores. Plum already has been doing that. I have a lot of attention from international clients, and I really trying to get a website because that's how. Yeah. But obviously everything now is moving online, and we are not having as much fashion shows and stuff like before. That's also why I do the show Get Plum, to try to keep it alive.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but I would like to be outside, and I definitely want to see Paris stuff.
Sweet.
I definitely want to get on somebody's Paris stage one day.
I dig it. Yo, so we just had a dope conversation with my girl Gaynell. Kudos Kid. That's what time it is. We're gonna switch up now, head back in, check the fellas out, chat with them about what's happening with their streetwear brands. This is #TLRD in Barbados. 246, we out. Welcome again back to #Taylor. We're happy to have you. I guess we're going to talk about mortgages, and what I'm wondering is, why should we partner with Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union to, buy or build our home?
Investing in a property, looking to build a house or purchase a house, is a huge investment. It's one of the biggest investments you're going to ever undergo. Yeah. So you want the process to be simple, you want it to be stress-free, and you want it to be as seamless as possible. And that's our focus here at Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited. We try to communicate with our customers, give them an idea as to what to expect during the process, and help them to navigate more or less from inception to the actual closure of the actual transaction. And that advice can range from how to avoid legal implications with property ownership, how to consider different insurance options, their tax clearance, what funds they need up front for the necessary payments in order to do the mortgage application, and just how to maintain the mortgage throughout the time frame.
The Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. This is where you belong.
Last time we were talking to Nick about some of the challenges, and Nick was just pointing out that what challenges, because everything has challenges, and once you decide to go into it, you're just gonna face them, solve them, and keep it turning. Oddwin, Odd Boy, what's your take, bro?
To follow on from what Nicolay was saying in terms of being into art and catching on to the other brands overseas and stuff, and yeah, I agree. As it relates to the challenges, and you're gonna hit challenges. The most disappointing thing though is like when you get an idea and you're hoping to get it done here, then
But you just want to execute at home.
Yeah. For us, especially the embroidery, when we first started doing the caps and stuff, we wanted to have that puff embroidery because you got.
I know the 3D embroidery.
Raised embroidery.
Yeah, next level. Yeah.
There was nothing here. So is how then does that entrepreneur keep moving forward after each step is a stumbling block?
I dig it. Cause what you're actually bridging on is what I want to talk about next, which is when you already know have achieved the screen printing, when you have achieved the heat press, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are the next levels that you're going to from there? Like, what have you done that has moved your product and brand a little bit further ahead, and how have you done it?
Well, for us, we've been fortunate to still get our embroidery done here. That's a good thing. So it's just to keep going. The hardest part though still comes down to the raw materials and not being able to get those here. So there's only so much you can do as it relates to having stuff.
Okay. What I noticed that you have you've extended your range of products, all for the tees, all for the sweaters, all for the hoodies, into like small items. Like I love your enamel cups, bro. I love your enamel like mugs. So I thought I was dope. How's that doing?
Not bad, because the enamel mugs, people love those, but the coolest ones to me are still the insulated mugs.
Okay.
So you could go your hot, your cold.
Right.
Perfect for when you're out partying.
Right.
Because the biggest issue is you like ice melts. You don't really want drinks.
I think stuff like that is also important too, like small branding merch.
Yeah.
Like that. Like aside from t-shirts, aside from the hats, like having key rings, mugs, like stuff like that. That make people feel exclusive. Rocking the brand.
Right. I think it also creates more depth for the brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, hey man, I'm gonna do like slapping some designs on a shirt. You know what I mean? But I'm a dude who's thinking about my whole identity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And where I want to see it. Like I'm already thinking about home furnishings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like why should it like I love those framed portraits that you have of the graphics. You know what I'm saying? Like you move it is art.
Yeah.
And you're not just positioning as art on a garment to like rock, but art as in art to put on your wall.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
And actually, with the frames, I'm actually using recycled wood.
Okay.
Because it's
Right.
over to using more recycled
I see.
stuff.
I see. Be a little bit more eco-conscious.
Eco-conscious, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Speaking of eco-conscious, though, I see you stepped out with that sick design. Save the planet.
Yeah.
Save the planet.
Yeah.
Is that a vibe that is like on trend right now, or do you think that's just relevant period, or?
I mean, that's the most popular shirt in the store right now.
Okay.
Actually, that shirt came about with me just want to be more eco-conscious and friendly with the brand.
Right.
And then COVID happened, and it just fits so well with everything that's going on in the world right now.
More like a world awareness kind of vibe.
Awareness, yeah.
Okay, I dig it.
That shirt is actually made with a 5% recycled plastic.
Dig it. I dig it. So from not just the concept and the idea, but even the construction involvement behind it is relevant to that eco thinking.
Yeah.
I dig it. Nick, what's been happening with you in terms of extending your brand and, you know what I mean, building it out?
Yeah, well, my brand, you know, is a conscious brand. Is rooted in, you know, enlightenment, spirituality, along those lines. But I like to tie my brand with a lot of film, right? I like to do like a lot of film and videos with my brand, right? Whether it's music videos, but if I'm launching a collection, I like to do like a whole commercial drop, you know, where I have a whole set of films that also pushing a message.
Right.
One time in Barbados, there was a lot of like violence, gun violence, a lot of shooting that was going on. So I decided to do a drop that would, you know, cause some noise with that, you know, to counteract that, to really bring a sense of awareness to the public.
So even was relevant even within the community itself, was relevant on the ground itself, and trying to make the connection between your aesthetic but also that cause. I dig it. For me, I mean, you guys know Evolve. And Evolve is like that from the jump. And what I like about what you're doing and what I do with Evolve is that even though it's conscious, we're not trying to put it out like a preachy brand or nothing, you know. We're trying to put out like a straight swag, but we got a little message that you could hear about too. You know what I mean? We're not trying to preach at you people. We're just like, come on, man, you can think a little bit too and still look cool. You know what I mean?
I mean, with streetwear in the whole, I think the fashion in the whole, we can step it up to fashion. I put it in that category. I mean, I think fashion is an expression, the energy is like the way you feel. Like when you wake up one morning, you might want to rock a certain color today, based off of how you feel.
Right.
So even though you might, like he said, he might be more conscious in terms of what's happening inside the streets, and trying to spread a message of violence and stuff, to end gun violence. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you still got a swag to it.
Right.
Yeah, but still consciously, people know the message behind the brand.
Absolutely. What I want to know is this. I want to know, do we have a Caribbean aesthetic for streetwear that is unique, that is different, or is it that what we have is more or less a copy of what's out there already?
I mean, I think fashion in the whole and streetwear is a bit of both worlds. Like hip hop is fueled by streetwear, and streetwear is fueled by hip hop.
Okay.
And not only hip hop, like music in general, like even from the Caribbean, our soul cultural music is Afro and dancehall music. And I think we should bridge the gap between fashion designers and artists.
Okay.
Getting our merch behind the cameras, in front of the cameras, and like making the artists look fly, and showing our talents, and dressing the artists and styling them. So making them look like an international act.
I would say the Caribbean has an aesthetic in terms of fashion.
Right.
But the Caribbean, to me, my opinion, doesn't have an aesthetic in streetwear. Streetwear, as you said, you know, it come out of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, with the Jordan era, you know, the Jordans, and the sneakers, that culture. You know, that's where streetwear to me, the graffiti, that's where streetwear to me came out of and impacted the whole world. And to me, I don't see Exodus as a Bajan brand. I see Exodus as an international brand.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't only want to box myself in to Barbados.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
I want to see the whole globe. You want to
Okay.
see Exodus in China. You want to see Exodus in Australia, in Japan, wherever. You know what I mean? That's the vision for the brand.
I
I
see.
think it just comes down to our Caribbean take on these things because, I mean, as we go back, the music still has its roots in the African culture, right? So, let me look at it is then just how we do our things
Right.
compared to
How we interpret.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, I wouldn't say it's like a imitation or anything like that, it's just our own take.
Our own channeling.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about retailers locally who by and large are just like primarily stocking imports?
But we need to collab more, create a buzz locally within
Yeah.
Barbados.
Yeah.
So the retailers can see, well,
Yeah.
the
Hey.
masses
Yeah.
purchasing these local products.
Right.
Let's get this product
Right.
in our store.
Right. By and large, the retailers just want to make money. I'll sell wherever selling. That's what they want. That's what I sell, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can find a retailer who has a larger vision than just like, I'll just sell what's hot now
Yeah.
to make money. They may have a vision like, I think that I want to put the local forward.
Yeah.
So I'll make a space for that. I've met retailers who are like that, who say, okay, I got this stuff, but here's a space that I want you guys to come and occupy.
Yeah.
That's at least a bridge. That's at least a beginning and so on. Until maybe at some point we have like our own space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's housing all of our brands, all of the top brands that are locally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's from a streetwear aesthetic. I think that'd be awesome, people. I mean,
That's my dream. See a space where all of us could, we could walk in a space and just see all of our stuff. You know?
real.
So what you're
Just
saying,
wrapped up.
essentially it comes down to us. We gotta make that noise
Yeah.
to make these retailers notice, hey, they got these cool
There's the
kids in
action here,
Barbados that
right.
putting out
This
some
is what's
dope
up.
shit.
Yeah, word.
So it comes down to us.
True, true. You know, the more and more that I look at it, man, it always comes down to us.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I've already started like not complaining about what isn't working.
Yeah.
You get me? I have my time with that. Stop that now. Let's make what we need to work. You know what I'm saying? So if the avenues that need to be created, we'll just create those. If the opportunities that need to be created, we'll just create those. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be proactive and take the initiative and make it happen that needs to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the rest that want to sort of like hop on, they can hop on when it's time. Because we already set the pace for ourselves. You know, we're not waiting around hoping that somebody does it for us.
Yeah.
And I think that having that sort of like forthrightness and that sort of like attitude of going forward, period, that's what works. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Odd Boy, Exodus, Zone 5. No, I really appreciate you guys coming out, man, and sharing your perspectives, sharing your journey, sharing some tidbits that can inspire others to say, yo, listen, if these dudes are doing it, and these dudes are doing it, they're not trying to do it, these dudes are doing it, we could do it too. And if there's any way that we can help others coming up to get started, get going, we want to do that. I feel like it's important for us to share our wealth of information, our wealth of knowledge, our wealth of expertise, our understanding, and our resources so that we could build together. You know what I mean? Guys, thank you so much. Respect, rock and roll. #Taylor, be out of here.